I know you must have dreamt about things you're going to buy if you have $1 million, maybe an exotic car, a private island, or a partying night and day with hot babes. But do you think what you could do if you had $1 billion? You know, some billionaires often make projects that we sometimes forget if it is an option, like buying custom-made cars, private jets, and real estate, and so on. But if you're Jeff Bezos, you can do more than that. Jeff Bezos' massive fortune just broke another record. The Amazon CEO is now the first person in human history to amass a net worth over $200 billion. Jeff Bezos' net worth fascinates many people. People want to know, how much money does he make in a day or a second? And how does he spend the insane amount of money he has? Well, make sure you watch this video to the end, and I assure you, all your questions will be answered. If you like this video, give it a like, and don't forget, subscribe so you can get notified when new videos are dropped. And trust me, more interesting videos are coming your way. Jeff Bezos has passed Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates to become the world's richest person. In October, he became the first to knock Gates out of the top spot on the list of America's richest people. Jeff Bezos is also the first person on the list whose net worth breaks $100 million. Jeff Bezos, the Amazon founder and CEO, is the richest man in the world with a net worth of $200 billion. Don't you think that's incredible? He is $62 billion richer than Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg. Now let's do the calculations. Jeff Bezos makes $78.5 billion a year. That's $6.54 billion a month, $1.5 billion a week, and $215 million a day over the last 12 months. Now, per hour, he's making a whopping $8,961,187 and $149,353 every second. Wow, that's a hell of a lot of money. Let's assume a worker that earns $15 minimum wage. They would have to work 597,412 hours, or 24 hours a day for 68 years, just to make what he makes in 1 hour. For Bezos, time is money. Yeah, a lot of it. Bezos could give away $100 million a day for the rest of his life, and he'd still be one of the world's richest men. Yeah. The top 3 richest colleges in the United States, based on their size of their endowments, is Harvard with $38.3 billion, University of Texas with $30.89 billion, and Yale with $29.35 billion. Bezos' fortune is greater than all 3 of those combined. With his net worth, he could theoretically buy more than 30% of the top U.S. college endowments. This man is so rich. Almost all of us want a mansion, but if you're Jeff, you will acquire more than 2 mansions. Jeff Bezos owns so much real estate, he's the 25th largest landowner in the United States. His home base is a lake house in Medina, Washington, a few miles away from Amazon headquarters. His neighbors include the number 2 richest guy in the world, Bill Gates. And in Washington, D.C., Bezos owns a 27,000 square foot home that, with a purchase price of $23 million, is the most expensive house in the fancy Colorma neighborhood. President Barack Obama and Michelle Obama bought the second most one there. That was last year, and Ivanka Trump is also a neighbor. The Amazon founder owns 2.03 acres in Beverly Hills, California that's worth $25 million, and in Manhattan, his 3 linked apartments in the Century Building at Central Park are worth around $17 million. But that's not all. 7 years later, he purchased a neighboring home, 8,300 square feet, with an additional 5 bedrooms and 4 baths. The house was renovated in 2010, which cost him and his then-wife, Mackenzie Scott, $28 million. Obviously, Jeff's divorce settlement last year didn't slow down the growth of his wealth much either. He agreed to give 25% of his Amazon stake to his ex-wife, Mackenzie Scott. Space travel, another passion for Jeff Bezos, so he founded an aerospace company called Blue Origin to make space tourism more affordable. He's currently liquidating about $1 billion a year of Amazon stock to fund Blue Origin, and he said he plans to continue to do that for a long time. Woohoo, that's interesting right there. Blue Origin plans to start selling tickets for test spaceflight by next year, with passengers paying about $200,000 per ticket. For his love of space, Jeff Bezos also financed the recovery of the remains of several Apollo booster rocket engines from the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, and they were 14,000 feet below level. Jeff Bezos is famous for having his wife drive him to work in his 1996 Honda Accord, long after he became a multimillionaire. but he does have some other expensive vehicles. Gone are the days Bill Gates is mentioned in every forum about his net worth. Now it's Jeff Bezos' turn, and definitely his cars are topics of conversation. Nobody buys a 6-garage mansion for just one Honda Accord. Jeff Bezos has a Ferrari Pininfarina Sergio, which cost him $3 million, and that's one of his cheapest. Inside the garage is a Bugatti Veyron Mansory. This car has been his favorite, and to be honest, it's my favorite too. I guess he knows my taste. Jeff spent $3.4 million to get that one. His garage is also full of exotic cars, a W Motors Lykan Hypersport that cost him a whopping $4 million. That's quite a collection. He also has the fastest car in the garage, his Koenigsegg CCXR Trevita, which cost him $4.8 million. And here's the most expensive of his cars, the Lamborghini Veneno, and I like that car too, $5 million to get that supercar. But he didn't stop there. He owns a top-of-the-line Gulfstream 650ER private jet, which cost him $65 million. This private jet can fly at a speed of Mach 925, and the interior is deemed the most comfortable on the planet. I'd have to say that he's a great money spender. And also, inside a mountain on his property in Texas, they are constructing one of several 10,000-year clocks. The clock is meant to run for 10,000 years, and it's the brainchild of Long Now Foundation and Bezos, and he's invested $42 million in this project. Jeff Bezos spends most of his money on investments, and that's the most profitable way to make money anyway. The Amazon CEO has helped bankroll some big names. Bezos has invested in businesses including Basecamp, Juno Therapeutics, Workday, and Twitter. The estimated value of his stake in Bezos Expeditions is at least $880 million. Bezos himself has invested in the likes of Airbnb, Uber, and Google, and the CEO also has Nash Holdings LLC, through which the Washington Post was acquired for $250 million. The Washington Post is one of the leading newspapers in the United States, and he bought it in 2013. He spent $250 million to buy the 141-year-old newspaper. As they do say, he who works efficiently deserves to enjoy. In 2017, Bezos was spotted vacationing in Rome, Italy with his wife Mackenzie, his parents, his siblings, and their spouses. This past April, he posted a video on Twitter of himself on vacation in Norway, where he went dog sledding above the Arctic Circle. However, compared to fellow billionaires like Gates and Warren Buffett, Bezos' charitable contributions, well, they've been relatively limited. In March 2017, he did give $35 million to Seattle's Fred Hutchinson Cancer Research Center. He also gave $1 million to the Reporters Committee for Freedom of the Press last year. In January, Bezos gave $33 million for college scholarships for Dreamers, an undocumented immigrants program brought to the United States as children who are granted stay in the country under the Obama-era Deferred Action for Children Arrivals program. And in September, he gave $10 million to a nonpartisan super PAC that works to elect military veterans to office. That's pretty generous of him. Now, it seems like he's settled on using part of his fortune to help homeless families establish preschools in low-income communities. As you can see, Jeff Bezos can spend his money however he pleases. So, what would you like to do if you had a fortune like Jeff Bezos? Would you be investing in a 10,000-year clock? Tell us in the comments below. And if you like the video, click the like button and subscribe. And if you think there's anything you want to know about this Amazon CEO and it's not mentioned in our video, well, don't hesitate to drop a comment in the comment section, and I'll be glad to respond to every one of them. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next video.